My overall hatred of boomers is pretty well known, legendary, one might say, at least to people who know me personally. But I'm going to explain my real thoughts on this. I do realize that not all boomers, so don't go in the comments section and make a boomer fool of yourself. But there is this overwhelming majority of boomers, and I realize that the level of propaganda that was thrown at boomers, for the last, 50 odd plus years was pretty amazing. And the thing is that I could accept that, except that really the last 10 years, there's kind of no excuse anymore. Boomerism, as we understand it, which is just, keep raising prices, keep destroying, your next 3 generations of people, keep voting for the worst possible people you can find, is getting really annoying. Especially, again, you could say that it was ignorance up until about 10 years ago. And really the last 5, you could say, okay, it's not ignorance anymore. Now it's like willful ignorance. Now you're deliberately ignoring what's going on right now. Not a day goes by, I don't see some comment, from some boomer about, well, you just need to work more or do more. Or that, dude, come on, that's not it. A 90% silver quarter, minted in 1963, in the United States. Okay, so not some foreign currency. No, right here. Today, that quarter is $11.70 today. And keep in mind, silver is a heavily manipulated market because it's a commercial metal. So it's a hugely manipulated market. So it's actually probably should be higher than that. Look at gold prices, for example, at $4,200 per ounce. That would put the federal minimum wage today, going just to 1971, which was $1.60 an hour, on a 40-hour work week, that would be 1.83 ounces of gold per week. That would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $191 per hour today. Minimum wage, by the way. Not trade wage. No. Minimum wage would be $191 an hour based on actual money, not based on theoretical Federal Reserve nonsense. And before you go into the comments and make an even bigger boomer fool of yourself about interest rates, explain to me why it is that we have a central bank. What precisely makes capitalism any different if it has a central bank? No different than socialism, communism, national socialism, fascism, whatever you want to call it. Explain to me how that's any different. Which one is, because the outcome is pretty much the same for anybody who isn't part of the elite. This is that best of times, worst of times. This is that tale of two cities crap that's happening here. It's like, yeah, for a handful of people, it's becoming like this awesome time where you can just do anything you want because you've got endless piles of money. For everybody else, the money piles are shrinking and it's worthless on top of that. Like I said, you could have claimed ignorance to me and you probably could have sold it to me 20 years ago. Maybe you could have squeaked through the door of ignorance 10 years ago. Not anymore. Right now, anything beyond this right now, as far as I'm concerned, it's willful ignorance, and I don't care what happens to you. I don't care. Dude, I can't even, because this video is on TikTok, I can't even really tell you what I really think should be happening to you. That's how pissed off a lot of people are getting, and it is absolutely every ounce of it is justified for what's happening. And it's happening in your own country. There's no outrage. I haven't met a conservative yet who's conserved anything. Certainly not anything constitutional. So why should I care about the so-called conservatives? I've never met a liberal that's liberal. Never. They're all a bunch of authoritarian dickheads. So how should I have any respect for any of you people? Consider this a crash out and go fuck yourself.